like we do have multiple different lives. So sometimes it's just like the life that you have in that current moment is just probably not for that person.
What's up, Vibe Nation? It's your God Chase.
And it's your girl Tiara.
And we back with another video for our Vibers. Yiddy. And today, we gonna have a Vibe Nation talk. We gonna
sit down.
A nice sit down.
We want to get closer to you guys.
Yes.
As close as we can.
Cool. Like that close.
You fiending to get close to them. I got close first.
Does it matter? Look, listen. Team Chance.
You like Team Chance.
Drop a team.
Wait till the pranks come.
Drop a team. Oh, yo. You know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Anywho, today we decided to get a little bit closer with you guys and have a sit down and maybe just get different point of views and speak about a certain type of topic. So today's topic is,
why aren't relationships lasting in this generation?
Let's
really talk about it.
Yeah, let's sit down and let's talk about it. Because I got my opinion.
I want y'all to tell us too, like, why y'all feel like relationships not lasting in this generation.
So start it off, Chance. Why do you think relationships aren't lasting?
Honestly, I feel like relationships is not lasting in this generation because all right, matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with saying I don't want to be saying like I'm just talking about y'all.
No, we just sharing our opinion.
About us as everybody. You get what I'm saying? I feel like we all lack like knowledge of like self-love. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Real good one. I know a lot of us say that we love ourselves, but I don't feel like we really be truly loving ourselves because we don't really, that energy, we don't be putting that out onto other people, you get what I'm saying? Because we're not even putting it into ourselves type shit, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's one key bulletin point, I feel like, why. I feel like
we are always continuously loving ourselves. Like, we're always learning ourselves. So I do feel like we do have multiple different lives. So sometimes it's just like the life that you have in that current moment is just probably not for that person, or that, or vice versa. It's so
to piggyback off of what you said, it could also be the other way too. You could be somebody that puts a lot into yourself. You feel me? So much to that it comes off as you just care about yourself. Ooh. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't really, everything is about you. You know, we all been through hurt and betrayal. So it's like, after that, it's all about me. Like, type, you get what I'm saying? And then you kind of lose sight on the person that you're actually with because you're focusing too much on you. But that goes into a whole nother conversation where I be telling Bay about compromising, how being in relationships, you're already compromising yourself, you get what I'm saying? Like, because it's like now you're not just doing for yourself, you're doing for somebody else. You're sharing everything with somebody else now. You get what I'm saying? Those goals and everything. You can have goals and stuff within a relationship, but stuff that you really would like freely and just jump off a bridge and take the big leaps and do, take them big, like, risk of spending money on something where it's like, I know this is going to work because I just know or whatever, but you got to also think about the person you're in a relationship with, you know what I'm saying? Because now, your pot of gold also becomes their pot of gold. You still have individual pot of goals, but y'all get what I'm saying, though, right?
I also feel like it's not the stuff our grandparents put up with. A lot of us is just not doing. I am not going to be the one cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, taking care of the household, and as well paying you know, for bills too. Like back then, I feel like it was a different time where the masculine type of energy would be the one, the breadwinners doing what they needed to do for the family. Where, you know, some women, like, they don't want to choose to be in the house no more. Like, who want to raise them little bratty ass kids? No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I love it. Then they love the kids. Then they love the kids.
Everybody's independent. Like,
yeah.
You know so.
Yeah, I just feel like the whole mindset of the things, you know, people want individually has changed a lot. Like, a lot of people don't want the traditional. What is traditional? Like, there's, you know, because traditional for someone else's culture is way different from another culture. So I honestly feel like just a lot of men, women, masculine, feminine energy is just not accepting what our parents did. It was shunned upon a lot. If you divorced your wife or your husband, you know, that was looked down upon. People want to live more freely and more openly.
A lot of people be kicking people to the curb nowadays. Like, woo, you get the boot. Like, you ain't what I want. Oh, red flag, I'm out. Like, that's how it is nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, my point is just a lot of people are not accepting the bare minimum. Like, I feel like a lot of us have realized that we have access to it all. I know you can't be everything. You can't be everywhere. But whatever is in your world, you can accept if you would like to, or you can reject it. And like I mentioned, our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, they did a lot of, they accepted a lot of things. And a lot of them won't even tell us the real story, because I really don't feel like they even remember, like, that, you know, that they was going at it, they was cheating, doing all this other stuff. But I just feel like, you know, a lot of people just aren't accepting what was before. People are realizing, you know, they are worth more. And then back then, it was just like, they started off at 18. Like, you know, it's like, we realize we don't even know ourselves at 18 years old. We're just learning. We're just leaving our parents' house, half of us. Like, half of us don't even know if we want to go to college or if we want to stay at home and be low lives.
Yeah, like another reason I think relationships are not lasting in this generation, because like people are not bringing no type of value to each other. Is that kind of what we were saying, or that's kind of like something new?
Well, no, that is something new.
Something
like
what we were saying, but like
yeah,
people are not bringing like no type of values. Like, everybody think it's just this Netflix and chill type of thing. It's like, who really be speaking about their goals and stuff like that?
Oh,
you get what I'm
in the
saying?
relationship. Because I can't even hold you. A lot of the times when I have conversations with other people, it's like, sometimes I just drift away, because it's just like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to know, like, you know, what's your next step? What's your aspiration? What's your goal? And I just be feeling like some people just be like chasing this bag. Little do they know, you have to attract the bag. Like, you have to attract, you have to be the bag.
You gotta be the bag.
You gotta be the bag.
Gotta be the bag, gotta attract the bag.
You are the bag.
You are the bag.
I'm in my bag.
You are the bag. Do you think is a difference when it comes to age and stuff? I don't think it's different, because you got people that's way younger and they are in serious relationships and they get into it with each other. And then you got the people that's way older and you feel like they would know better. Yeah. And it's just like,
no, I don't feel like age has anything to do with it. I just feel like it's the maturity level that people have, you know, within a certain situation. Like, if you are able to handle that situation, you know, in a more mature level, I really don't think, because there's a lot of stuff that I learned from 22-year-olds and younger. Even my niece teaches me a lot of things that I probably didn't even think like that, or I didn't realize. So I don't think that it has a limit, because, you know, some people, they're with each other, they're with people that are older than them, they're with people that they're younger with. But, you know, that R. Kelly stuff, we don't, you know. Nah. I'm just saying. Do you think social media has something to do with the relationships not lasting?
Social media has a lot to do with relationships?
I don't think so.
I think so. Why you don't think so?
So I don't think so because Grandpa Ray Ray, he was probably doing the most. He had Grandma Jill and then Grandma Jillian on the other side, and he was messing with both of them. But they would never know because it wasn't social media. So maybe.
So you trying to input that social media is actually helpful for relationships?
I do think so. I do think so because there's so much now that you can find out. There's really nothing you could hide.
So you want to use it as a FBI tool, basically?
No, not an FBI tool.
Tell me it didn't sound like that's what she was saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. So allow me to elaborate. So I just feel like when it comes to social media, there's really nothing that you can hide anymore. Like, it's just so much truth into it. Mm-hmm. So even if you want to
a lot of cap.
There is a lot of cap. There is a lot of cap. But I feel like there's truth in it to the point where like you could possibly slip up. Like probably, our grandmothers or our grandfathers, they slipped up because the nosy neighbor down the block seen it. But other than that, if they was like I feel like it was way easier to cheat back then than it is now.
But now let me tell you the effects of social media. And this is not only for relationships. Mm-hmm. This is for like friendships, everything.
Yeah.
Social media actually made everyone more distant, even though it be making people feel like they're more closer because we all liking up posts and stuff like that. It's more distant now because now instead of you checking in on friends or checking in on your partner or whatever, you just go on to scroll a page and be like, oh, she good.
Yeah.
Good.
No funny.
Because you seeing them on there. Do y'all remember the times where we didn't have social media? We had to call on our house phone and be like, yo, meet me here.
Dude, hopefully they do remember the times because we got a little bit of age on us.
For the people that's younger that's watching, I'm telling you, back then, like when we was teenagers and stuff, middle school towards teen ages, like we would have to call from a phone or our mother's cell phone, our friend, and be like, can you meet me here? Meet me at this McDonald's. Yeah. Like, you feel me, to link up. And that, it felt so much better in those times.
And then, you know what? I also feel like it put a little bit more effort. Because I remember, like...
Effort. Big E for effort.
I remember, we open, right? We open,
okay.
Right? All right. I remember with one of my exes, I didn't have a cell phone. So I would have to call from my mother's phone or the house phone, let them know the bus came at 9:15 or the train came at 9:15. I would be in the front car.
Exactly.
So make sure you stay at the front when you meet me on the platform.
Was like, it was just more of a, I can't wait to see this person.
It was kind of spontaneous.
Yes.
Let's get on the train and meet each other.
Yes, let's do it. For real, like, you feel me? Like, but that's the downfall, I feel like, with social media. And also, when people be taking, we guilty of it. We don't do that as much no more. But like when people run to social media, where it's like you be annoyed, like you get into it or whatever, and it's just like,
it's easier to express to multiple different people because social media, you pay people mind, but you really don't pay it. So it's like in that moment, if I see you talking smack, it's like, but then like 2 days from now, I don't even remember unless it's in my face again.
But it's also like you feel like these people also could relate too, though, because everybody do the same shit. Like everybody be doing the same thing. So I don't know if it's like you be kind of feeling like it's like a family or something like that. Like, people really praise the shit out of social media, yo. Like, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I be on social media or whatever, but I know I'm not on it how I used to be. Like, you gotta really keep, love it from a distance.
No, I do agree with that.
But our job, I don't want to say this a job because we love doing this. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but now it's like you can make money off of it too, so it makes it like dope.
This
so it's
is
like
a good part.
Yeah, like you can clock it. Another reason why I think relationships are not lasting in our generation, because there's not a family dynamic. I feel like, back then our ancestors or their mother's mother were more like united, you know. I feel like they were just on some, no, you need to go back to your wife, no, you need to go back to your husband and continue to work it out.
Ooh, parents nowadays, you getting the boot, baby.
Yeah, it's
like what?
If they
like,
don't
what type
like
of
you,
example?
yeah, like I don't feel like a lot of the times I do have support from many like of my friends, but I feel like, you know, just a little bit from my family. I don't really get the whole like maybe she meant it like this, or maybe she meant it like that. They just quick, which your family should always ride and die for you. You know, I understand that, but just meaning like, well, maybe. Well, like, especially when your family knows you a little bit more, it's like, well, you know, you could be a little snappy, or you know, you could be a little bit this. Maybe you took it that way, or maybe you could do it. It's just like, what? They did what? Oh, nah, it's time to go. It's time to leave. Like,
honesty. That's another reason why I like being honest, being accountability. Oh my God, accountability. That's something I'm still learning. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, if you can't hold yourself accountable for nothing, I'm sorry, my eyes itching. I'm sorry. If you can't hold yourself accountable for nothing, like, that relationship.
Yeah, accountability is extremely real. Like, you can't always just point. Like, because those fingers point right back to you. Sometimes you have to check yourself. And a lot of the times people just be quick to give reasonings to why, you know, the relationship just didn't work on that person, instead of just saying, you know what, I am that type of person who don't like to listen or take accountability, or I do point the finger a lot. So I feel like I'm really good at owning up to my flaws or what I point out. Sometimes in that moment it does get a little bit heated where I'm just like, no, but it don't really take me long for it to click in my head, like, nah, shorty, you bugging. Like, you feel me? Like, do you think so? What does that mean?
Certain occasions. For the most part, majority of the time, you catch on.
Yeah, but it do be that, like,
times where it be like, you.
No, I be standing my ground. I'm a strong black independent woman.
And then she realized that she was like, damn, I did
wild out. Yeah. So, but I like that I'm able to do that. I'm really big on when it comes to like accountability, and that's within anything, not just within my relationship, but within my friendship, within any type of past.
I was gonna say that too. Accountability has to come full circle. It has to come full circle. It can't just be inside, and that's just gonna come to another reason why relationships don't last in this generation, because of what because of how we be talking to our friends or anybody outside of our relationship. You get what I'm saying? We tell them all this stuff, feed them all this stuff, and then they feeding you back bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And they not even being accountable, trying to like hold us accountable or anything. You get what I'm saying? They just running with it type shit. So it's like,
no, I agree with that.
Now the whole ship is about to just sink. You get what I'm saying?
But I feel like that has a lot to do with, you know, within a family dynamic. Like, this is your army. Like, this is where your loyalty lies. Like, so it's definitely dope to have those type of friends who be on some like, nah. Because I do have a few of those friends that just be like, nah, like, I'm team Chance or on this one, or nah, Chance is bugging, but y'all gonna be all right. Pipe down. But y'all gonna be all right. You feel me? Like, it's that type of, you know, support and reflection. So sometimes I feel like a lot of the times in our generations, the relationship does not work because there's not a lot of support. And that's also okay, because not everybody wants to be in a relationship. There's some people out there that are meant to just be within themselves for that moment, just so they can rebuild themselves. But a lot of the times people don't realize, like, I need to be single right now. I need to rebuild me. I need to get me going. So in order for me to give that love and that support. So I piggyback off of what you had mentioned earlier.
Everything falls into self-love. You know why? Because the next place I was going to go with it was insecurities type shit. Like, if you're insecure, stuff like that, like, and I'm not even talking about just insecure as far as oh, your partner cheating or something, you like stuff like that. Like you gotta be secure and feel safe. Like if your partner is around the other gender, like you get what I'm saying, around the other gender, whatever gender you with, you get what I'm saying. Like if your man is around a lot of females, if your woman is around a lot of men, and if your femme is around a lot of dykes and la 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 la. Y'all get the point. About for AGs, y'all get the point. Y'all get what I'm saying, but you gotta be secure within stuff like that.
So it's like lack of trust.
Lack of trust.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Lack of trust is another reason why relationships don't last in this generation. And when we say generation, our generations is the 90s, the low 90s.
Well, yeah.
The 90s until now.
Yeah, basically.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. So I feel like, you know, if we continue to just have acts of kindness, also think about others, like I feel like relationships in general, not only within like just
I'm sorry, baby.
not only in partner relationships, but also within like friendship relationships.
Yeah.
If you kind of just think like about maybe just how that other person would feel just a little bit more, I feel like it will take it, you know, just a long way.
Step into that person's perspective.
Another reason why I think relationships are not lasting in our generation is mainly because people get so addicted to just the happy times. Like you just feel as you dragging it. Yo, relationships are hard. Life is hard. Life is hard. No, for real. Life is hard. All right. Let me. All
right, I'm gonna calm down here. I gotta go.
Let me say it.
All right, we're going now. Goddamn.
Life is hard as is, and I just feel like a lot of the times we get so addicted to this, just the happy moments, the flowers, the chocolates, the acts of service, all the love languages that you give me. Like, but you have to understand sometimes we're not always happy within ourselves. So how can our reality reflect happiness if you're not whole or happy within yourself at that moment? You feel me?
Yes.
So sometimes it's like you guys are going to go through some really, really, really tough times.
Them demons is gonna come. Them demons. It's them demons. It's them demons.
Don't say
It's them demons. Yo, listen, nah, but for real though.
I'd be scared.
Listen, Vibe Nation, for real though. We need y'all to really comment below what y'all think. Why relationships are not lasting.
Did we say something that was kind of like pinpoint? Did you relate? Like which part of our opinions did you kind of relate to? Comment down below and let us know.
And I see you was gonna get to love languages. That's a whole other video.
Oh yeah.
Love languages is just one. That's a topic by itself.
No, that really is. Write that down.
Write that down. Right?
We'll be back, y'all. We gonna be back.
Nah, for real, we gonna need y'all to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
Subscribe to the nation, man. Subscribe to the Vibe Talks if y'all want some more of this nice love, vibe, pure energy, that shit that's given. Subscribe to the channel.
Let us know, you know. We coming for more. We ready for more. Oh, you typing it down? We gotta do our outro.
You feel me? Oh, we was doing the outro just now. That was kind of the this about to be the outro. Listen, you feel me? Like we about to hit y'all with videos. That's it. You heard?
Vibe Talks.
You heard?
Can't say I need you, but baby giving me better vibes. I love your attitude when you tell me I better slide. You know the vibes, they be changed, pull up and you get inside. I think the fuck on that pussy before